Welcome back to MTG Burgeoning, your channel for all things Magic. It's Build a Deck Tuesday, and in today's video, the community will decide once more who our fourth Oathbreaker will be. Hello, what's up, MTG BC, baby? That is the MTG Burgeoning community. You are back here for the decision. It is decision time. Who will you select to be the channel's fourth Oathbreaker? We have completed 3 Oathbreaker decks in recent deck building series on Build a Deck Tuesdays. The first was Garruk, Apex Predator. The second was Nicol, Bolas, God-Pharaoh. And the third was Liliana of the Dark Realms. Here are the remaining 10 Planeswalkers that we first introduced of a pile of 25 way back when you decided to build Garruk, Apex Predator. I will randomly deal down 5 Planeswalkers. I will reveal them one at a time, and whichever Planeswalker receives the most votes by you, the community, will be the channel's fourth Oathbreaker deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. All right. The suspense is real, folks. All right, here we go. Who's ready? Who is ready? First Planeswalker option for Oathbreaker number 4. And again, if you are unfamiliar with the Oathbreaker format, check the description below. It'll bring you right up to speed. Option 1 for Oathbreaker number 4, Sarkhan Unbroken. We're looking at a Teamer Planeswalker, baby. 2, a green, a blue, and a red. Sarkhan enters with 4 loyalty counters. +1, we draw a card and then add 1 mana of any color to our mana pool. -2, we put a 4/4 red dragon creature token with flying onto the battlefield. If we're fortunate enough to ultimate Sarkhan's ultimate ability, if we are fortunate enough to activate Sarkhan's ultimate ability, we'll try that again so it makes a little more sense, then we can search our library for any number of dragon creatures and put them onto the battlefield. That's going to cost us 8 loyalty counters. Sarkhan the Unbroken is option number 1. Option number 2 for the community to decide, it is Angrath the Flame Chained. 3, a black and a red. We have a Rakdos Planeswalker here. Enters the battlefield with 4 loyalty counters. +1, each opponent discards a card and loses 2 life. -3, gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap it, it gains haste. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step if it has a converted mana cost of 3 or less. And just like Sarkhan Unbroken, the Big Bang ability of Angrath will cost 8 loyalty counters and reads, each opponent loses life equal to the number of cards in their graveyard. Option number 2 is Angrath the Flame Chained. All right, option number 3 for the community to decide is Watley, the Sun's Heart. We're looking at a Selesnya Planeswalker here, ladies and gentlemen. She enters with 7, count them, 7 loyalty counters. She has a static ability that reads, each creature we control assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. We can -3 Watley and gain life equal to the greatest toughness among creatures we control. Watley, the Sun's Heart is option number 3. Option number 4 for Oathbreaker number 4 is Jace the Mind Sculptor, or as better known in some circles, Jace the Wallet Sculptor. We're looking at a mono blue Planeswalker, folks. Correction, we are looking at the mono blue Planeswalker. 2 and 2 blue. Jace enters with 3 loyalty counters. We put 2 loyalty counters on Jason. We can look at the top card of target player's library, and we may put that card on the bottom of that player's library. For 0 loyalty either way, we can draw 3 cards and then put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library. That's pretty much a free brainstorm, folks. -1, return target creature to its owner's hand, and if we are fortunate enough to activate Jace's ultimate ability of -12 loyalty counters, then we will exile all cards from target player's player's library. Then that player shuffles their library and shuffles their hand into their library. Oh, jeez. Let's try this again so it makes a little more sense. -12, exile all cards from target player's library. Then that player shuffles their hand into their library. Jace the Mind Sculptor is option number 4. And the fifth and final option for Oathbreaker number 4 for the community to decide is Nahiri, Heir of the Ancients. We are looking at a Boros Planeswalker here, folks. Nahiri enters with 4 loyalty counters. To +1 her, we create a 1/1 core warrior creature token, and we may attach an equipment we control to that token. -2, we can look at the top 6 cards of our library. We may reveal a warrior or equipment card from among them and put it into our hand, putting the rest on the bottom of our library in a random order. -3, which we can activate the turn she comes into play. Nahiri deals damage to target creature or planeswalker equal to twice the number of equipment we control. Make no mistake about it, target creature or planeswalker should better off just read target creature or Oathbreaker. Nahiri, Heir of the Ancients is option number 5. All right, MTG Burgeoning community. The task now falls to you. Sarkhan Unbroken as option number 1. Angrath the Flame Chained, option number 2. Huatli the Sun's Heart is option number 3. Jace the Mind Sculptor is option number 4. And Nahiri, Heir of the Ancients is option number 5. What say you in the comments section below? This is MTG Burgeoning, your channel for all things Magic.